Most of them are sent home. But just think about it. How many of Britain's school leavers would be prepared to cling to the frozen wheel of a jumbo jet for 15 hours just to get income support? Let's open the door to immigrants and get Britain booming again. The 11 o'clock show. Live fast, die young, stay up late.
Welcome to Paris and welcome to Doors to Manual, the show that looks at one city, one weekend, but from two different viewpoints. Checking out Paris this weekend for us are Kirsty and Philip, two chefs from Sheffield who haven't had a weekend off in 6 months. And Sharon and Mark, both 30-somethings from North London, who are website designers.
Somewhere.
Welcome to Paris, welcome to your weekend. But what weekend is it going to be? Let me have a look. I think this may be yours.
Excellent! It's the Bouger trip.
Oh, brilliant! Fantastic.
On our budget trip, you have £100 to spend on a walking tour of Paris.
Kirsty?
Oh, hello. Thank you.
Go for it.
10.
Yes! See you Sunday.
With £1,000 each, our ultimate couple will be dining at the finest restaurants and flying high above the Seine. Our budget weekenders will see Paris for free from the pavement. They'll walk 11 miles across the city with only £100 each and the odd glass of red wine to sustain them. Our budget couple hit the metro.
Deux billets, s'il vous plaît?
Only £1 each for the 20-minute journey.
Pink or purple?
Purple, line 4, line 4.
Excusez-moi, excusez-moi, excusez-moi. Superb.
Brilliant.
Oh, it's really happening around here, isn't it?
I love Paris in the spring.
Springtime.
Sharon and Mark are staying in a hostel, which was originally the home of an aristocrat.
Well, I think it's really nice. Oh! Yeah, no, it looks kind of frozen in time.
But at only £13 a night, there is a catch. They only have rooms in separate dorms.
We'll be separated on our first night in Paris.
I know.
Not ideal for a romantic weekend.
Oh, hello. I'm Sharon. I'm going to be staying here. I'm going to show my nightie. Now, you know, because I thought we're coming on, you know, romantic weekend in Paris. I've got my nice nightie with me, but my boyfriend's in the other dorm, in the male dorm, so I don't really need it, do I?
So what's the boys' dorm like?
Got a choice, either too springy or too hard. I think I'll go for the lower option. Let's hope that the person above doesn't have some form of bedwetting problem.
The youth hostel is in Le Marais, the artisan area of Paris, all bijou shops and cobbled streets. The ultimates are staying in the trendy Hotel Coste, just round the corner from the Ritz. You need to look out for it because it's pretty hidden away. Watch out for the handsome doorman and you'll know you've arrived.
Merci.
Guests have included Johnny Depp and Roman Polanski. It costs £300 a night. And you don't even get breakfast.
Thank you. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. This is, look at this.
Oh, Filippo.
Good God,
It's just
this
like being
is
at home.
sensational. Yeah, it's just like our back garden.
Well, it's not Blackpool.
No, it's the Eiffel Tower.
What's that cosmic effect?
Isn't that incredible? That is amazing.
Quite sure.
That is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
How about the cafe?
The cafe.
I wonder what the view's like from the cafe.
There's a restaurant on the first floor. Great even if you can only afford a £1.50 glass of wine.
Salut.
Salut.
Salut, yeah? Cheers.
For your health.
Mm.
Tell me else.
It's cold. Ah, it's cold red wine. That's not what I was expecting.
This one.
This one?
Phil and Kirsty head west to Man Ray Restaurant. Owned by Mick Hucknall and Sean Penn, it's Paris's trendiest new arrival.
I'm gagging for a drink.
Me too.
Bono sang here on the opening night.
The whole atmosphere, the minute you walk in,
Yeah.
it's buzzing in it.
Yeah.
Very,
I mean,
very
look how many people are in here. It's just...
You look at Mezzo's in London, and then you just think that it's like, I don't know, McDonald's for the upmarket masses.
Yeah.
And this is fun.
You can't fault the credentials, but is the food any good? Phil's having the prawns.
Prawns are really, really fresh. It's lovely. Make a lovely starter, Kirsty, at your restaurant. You know, for the money,
Yeah.
I think it's bang right.
Mark and Sharon skip dinner and instead enjoy some more cheap wine.
Good.
So where to next? No, Paris is our lobster.
Oh my God! Wow, look at that! I have never seen so many rollerbladers in my life. It's like a flock of rollerbladers.
No, Sharon isn't seeing things. Every Friday night, 7,000 people rollerblade 27 kilometres right across Paris.
Careful.
Watch out!
It takes 3 hours and covers the best nighttime views. Some Brits make the trip just for this.
I love Paris in the springtime.
If you want Paris to yourself in the springtime, get up early. The best time to see the Louvre's glass pyramid is before 9.
Good morning.
Have a good sleep.
Not really. We felt a bit old, really, in the youth hostel.
Well, I hope this doesn't make you feel any older, because you've got a bit of walking ahead of you. We're quite close to the Arc de Triomphe. What I'd like you to do is if you could just nip down to here, which is the Bois de Vincennes,
Which is all the way across Paris.
Yeah, that's approximately 11 miles. Do you think you can cut that?
Paris is quite a big city, isn't it?
It's all right, but it's beautiful on the way. The 11-mile walk is from the west to the east, taking in the Seine, Saint-Germain-des-Prés and the Bastille before reaching Vincennes. They start at the Arc de Triomphe.
Are there any landmarks at Vincennes that we might be able to see from here? That's what I mean.
I don't know. We'll have to take into account the Earth's curvature.
The great thing about walking across Paris is the free entertainment. Mark and Sharon stumble across some men and their bulls.
Hey, Bull.
Brilliant.
Oh, let's go and have a look.
Always wanted to see what this is all about.
Which ball are they trying to hit? Oh, the little red one.
There's a little red jack.
Venez, mesdames, venez. Prenez des boules. Deux boules. Oui,
Deux boules,
deux boules.
merci. Okay.
That wasn't a bad shot as well, was it?
Bye. Au revoir.
Au revoir. À la prochaine.
Prochain.
Allez, encore.
I'm afraid this is a bit more Henry Cooper than Robert De Niro. But off to the pool.
The ultimate Saturday starts in a more swanky fashion. Phil goes swimming, and we gave Kirsty £250 to go shopping.
Very sweet.
She went to the very chic Inès de la Fressange boutique in the Avenue Montaigne.
So we can choose some dresses.
Now we're in fashion.
A snip at £75. Then trip around the corner to Maria Louisa for your kitten heels, and then to Erez for the swimsuit no French woman would be seen without, apparently.
Oh, that's a nice smell. Oh, God. What is that whiff? It's awful.
What is down there? Do you speak English?
Sewer system.
Sewer system. Bargain at that. Still got a little bit of money left.
We're paying £2.50 each to go to a very smelly place. the Paris sewers.
Fantastic.
Apparently it's really popular.
Merci beaucoup.
So until the Middle Ages, the drinking water of Paris was taken from the River Seine. Oh.
Once down there, you get the run of all 2,000 kilometres
It doesn't smell too bad, actually.
of prime Parisian sewer.
It's nice. I like it.
I'm really looking forward to lunch till we came here.
Oh, God. It's a bit like the chocolate mousse you had last night.
Oh, no. Fresh air. Thank God.
At Notre Dame, Kirsty and Phil are preparing for a feast at the Tour d'Argent. It's been around for 300 years and it's still the place to go. Robert De Niro and Woody Allen already have reservations for the millennium.
This is absolutely amazing. Just look at that view, Kirsty. What a wine list. It's like a Bible. I feel like a preacher. I'm having the scallops to start with black truffle. The smell coming up from these is absolutely brilliant.
The starters are £100, Sharon's entire weekend budget.
Oh my God, they're hardly cooked.
C'est magnifique.
Vintage red wine, Fellini Montrachet 1991, cost £100.
Oh, this is just incredible.
£36 for pigeon cooked rare. And a bargain £30 for pudding.
That looks
That's real sweet.
really cool. Yeah, not many. Let's sit me down on the ground.
The total, a whopping £400, but they got a free history lesson from the owner.
This is the eldest restaurant in Paris. Was created in 1582.
And he just told a superb story about this was the biggest wine cellar in the world. There are 500,000 bottles of wine.
It's the most famous wine cellar.
Yeah, and the night that the Germans invaded Paris, he came out of the army for the night, absconded, came back and sealed up the cellar himself, mortared it all up, and on the night that they declared that the war was over was the night that he knocked it out and the Germans never found the wine, which is absolutely superb.
It's 3 o'clock and Mark and Sharon haven't got very far, but they take time out in one of the world's greatest museums, the Musée d'Orsay, and grab some bread and cheese for £2, less than the price of a roll at the Tour d'Argent.
That is really special.
Can you paint the bathroom like this?
A mural.
It's like art's greatest hits.
Number 5, Cézanne, apples and pears.
Stairs. This is our choice number 4. Vincent van Gogh, Starry Night.
This is our number 3. It's Renoir's Party.
Well, this is my number 2.
It's Van Gogh's Noon Rest from Work. And Mark's number 1 was Origine du Monde.
At first I couldn't look at it, and now I can't stop looking at it.
You've been looking at that for an hour.
I can't get it out of my mind.
If art's your thing this month, you can see a Rothko retrospective at the Museum of Modern Art or David Hockney at the Pompidou Centre. At the Place de l'Opéra, I had a surprise for Kirsty and Phil.
Danny, what have you got?
I thought I'd get you a dog so you could walk off all the food you've been eating.
Come on, good boy.
Chic Parisians never go anywhere without a dog, and unbelievably, you can hire the ultimate accessory by the day. Memphis will cost you £300.
Memphis! Memphis!
But you have got to really love dogs.
We have the only killer poodle.
Catching up with the budgets, Sharon and Mark have made it to Saint-Germain-du-Pré.
Yeah, not necessarily Picasso.
No, it is a Picasso, actually. And it's also home to the oldest church in the city. Great art for nothing and music for free, if you can get to the church on time. On a bid to spend a few more francs, Kirsty and Phil went to Colette, Paris's most pretentious hangout. It has a bar that only serves water. There are 50 sparkling and 30 still on offer. Prices range from 80p to £3.50 a bottle.
Which one you prefer?
I prefer this one. It's slightly larger bubbles than that one, and I think that one's a bit too creamy.
Mark and Sharon are halfway through their walk and halfway through their budget. £50 each already.
We better get going.
Let's see where Vincennes is.
We've got to get there.
Oh dear. You don't really think we're going to get there tonight?
Oh yeah.
Will Kirsty and Phil blow their budget on seeing Paris from the air? Or will our budget couple run out of cash and have to sing for their supper? Find out in part 2.
Not looking your best. It could be your bed's fault if it's 10 years old or more. So buy a new bed where you see this sign.
Itchy, flaky scalp. T-Gel Anti-Dandruff clears even the most stubborn dandruff. T-Gel Anti-Dandruff Shampoo from Neutrogena.
In the Financial Advisor Service Awards, it was Cheltenham and Gloucester who, in the face of stiff competition, snatched yet another 5-star award for customer service. To enjoy Cheltenham and Gloucester's first-class mortgage service, sail into any branch of Cheltenham and Gloucester, Lloyds Bank or TSB. Cheltenham and Gloucester, looking after your best interests.
Summerfield's Price Check has great Easter offers, like only £1.75 a pound on top side of beef.
With an offer that good, why wait until Sunday?
Welcome back to Doors to Manual in Paris. Saturday night, and Kirsty and Phil are heading off to another chichi restaurant, while Sharon tries to convince Mark to part with some cash.
Just for this evening, just for single rows. Oh, go on. It's only £1 or £2. Why don't you give me some money? I'll go and get it myself.
I'll go and get it for you. I'm the bank, remember?
Give me the money.
Because I know what your spending's like.
OK, red rose then. Oh, thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
I'm really low on steam now, and I'm really thirsty.
Oh, look where we are. We're at the Bastille. We're not going any further. This is it. This is the end of the line. Oh, no!
You're always so pleased to see me. How was the walk?
Strenuous.
And I do notice you have wimped out.
That's not our fault.
Who was the wimpiest?
I don't think so. I disagree completely. He fell asleep for about half an hour. I've been awake all day.
And what would you like most of all right now?
I would just want to sit down.
So we obliged and sent them to Chez Papa for an authentic southwestern meal.
Très bien.
Super.
Me too.
Bonsoir.
It includes snails and cassoulet, and you can get 3 courses for a £5. The food's great, but it's the cuddliest service in town people come back for.
Merci beaucoup. À bientôt.
Our ultimate weekenders, Phil and Kirsty, have come to check out one of Paris's coolest places, Darvé.
Look, there it is, and this restaurant is called Dave's.
Brilliant.
It's where supermodels eat sweet and sour. But do the celebrities come for the food?
That is so hot.
Meal over, it's time to meet the famous Darvé.
Tell me some famous people who've eaten it.
Madonna, George Michael, Leonardo, Cameron Diaz, Naomi, Claudia, Cindy, Kate come along all the time. Kate
Moss.
Kate, yeah, so cute. So strong.
9 out of 10 for atmosphere, 5 out of 10 for food. I think that the secret of this place is people come for Dave. They don't come for the food. So.
Our budget couple are well fed and still up for it. And after the bars close, they head off to Au Vieux Paris, grab some sheet music and sing along until 4 a.m.
Allez les cœurs!
All this just for the cost of a glass of wine.
Nice atmosphere. I think it's for the students. What do you reckon?
Fantastic. Funny. It's brilliant.
Most unique place ever. It's incredible. We're getting really into singing. It's just wonderful. Som parti catholique, on a peur de lui.
Okay, that's good night. Bonne nuit. Excellent.
Da, 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 da.
Other highlights in Le Marais, l'Ambroisie restaurant in Place des Vosges, and for late-night drinks, the Café Trésor.
Okay, let's have some bread.
Sunday morning and breakfast for £1.50.
Lovely. This is lovely. It's still warm. It's gorgeous.
While for £400, our ultimates live the high life and see Paris from the sky.
I love Paris every moment. Every moment of the year. I love Paris. Why do I love Paris? Because my love is here.
Oh my God, that was absolutely fantastic.
11 a.m. and Mark and Shazza head for Paris's answer to karaoke, the Philosophy Cafe. Well, the king's free. They say the British don't feel a thing about ideas, and the French love to feel stuff about the grand concepts, okay? So what you should do is just listen to everything and just react all the time.
Okay, can I sort of shout Camus and start?
Well, if anything gets a bit complicated or anyone looks at you, just ask them, is this real? Est-ce que le réel? Because no one knows the answer to that, and that'll keep them going for a good 3/4 of an hour afterwards. Armed with my tips, they went in and did philosophy.
Mother Nature, because they talk about Mother Nature. Different ideas about the words, you know. Nature might mean something for one and another thing for another one. You know?
Exactly.
So first...
That's what Wittgenstein said, that language, because we think in terms of language and the words, would you say people taking themselves a bit too seriously?
You mean the subjects?
Yeah. I mean, can they step back from it and have a bit of a laugh as well, or is it really just
no,
serious?
It's really serious.
Really serious. Yeah. It's really interesting, and they were going around in circles. I mean, typically, you know, the French getting well into it, nobody agreed on anything.
Unfortunately, Newcastle lost at West Ham 2-0. Things really haven't been the same since Kevin Keegan left.
Phil and Kirsty are in the Viaduct Cafe in Belleville, a new cool area of Paris. It's the best place to have Sunday brunch, and it has great jazz.
Who's this?
Kiss where kings have kissed at the Jardin du Luxembourg, or practice your French kissing at the romantic Pont de la Tournelle. What would you pick out as the thing to do?
The singing, the old-fashioned place where we're singing along, and the Philosophy Cafe.
Brilliant, and you'll be pleased to know you exactly covered your budget, so there's no money left and there's no money to spend. So we'll give you a lift, just out of the kindness of our heart. That's all right. But I'll take that back. No, I'm afraid not. That's for me. Luxury people. Does it live up to your expectations?
Absolutely fantastic.
Far better than we expected.
And what was the best bit?
For me, going to the Tour d'Argent, the top restaurants, absolutely superb.
The food and the people have been the best thing, I think.
And we've been living it up large.
Funnily enough, it came to, I believe, £1,975. So you're actually 25 quid under. So you can splash out.
I'm going to spend now then.
Thanks for the best weekend ever. It's absolutely super.
All right.
Very much so.
I'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, everybody in? There you go. Well, that was Doors to Manual in Paris. Next week, we're in Berlin.
Somewhere.
Danny O'Brien will be online at www.
Danny Kay from Bow in London. George Carter from Cheltenham. Martin Doherty from Dublin. Fred Wignall from Bolton. Neil Sycon from Lowestoft. Mark Curry from Newcastle upon Tyne. Neil McFarlane from Glasgow. Mark Powell from Chelmsford in Essex. Graham Fletcher from Loveclough in Lancashire. Catherine Doherty from Hexham in Northumberland. Ian Cooper from Leeds. Dan Chu from Nottingham. Eileen Knight